Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be reviewing the new fragrance from Valentino Voce Viva. If you'd like to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. So for transparency purposes, I purchased this bottle and I purchased it blind, and I've been wearing it for a little over a week now, so I'm really excited to bring you the review of this, but I just wanted to let you know where I got this. Now, I am a huge fan of the House of Valentino, both in their fashion and also with their fragrances, so I was really excited about this scent when I heard it. The notes sounded really beautiful, very wearable, a great summer and springtime scent, and something that generally I think Valentino would be able to hit out of the park in regards to a beautiful scent that really celebrates femininity. This fragrance has very basic notes in regards to notes that you see in a lot of different mainstream designer fragrances, but I think that what they do here is really beautiful, so I'm going to kind of get into that. Put this bottle down because I've literally dropped it like 3 times. So in the opening, you're going to have notes of bergamot and mandarin, and I really want you to remember that mandarin note. At the heart, you're going to have orange blossom and gardenia, and at the base, you're going to have tonka, moss, and vanilla. Now this fragrance, a lot of people say is really beautiful, a lot of people say it smells very generic. I'm gonna go off by saying I agree with both sides. This is one of those fragrances that doesn't have a lot of originality or creativity when it comes down to the composition and how it smells on the skin. It's a very mainstream, crowd-pleasing scent. And I've talked before in the past how those to me aren't negative terms. And when it comes down to mainstream designer lines, like not their haute couture, like niche luxury lines where they can get a little bit more experimental, when it comes down to the more mainstream lines, I don't expect a lot of ingenuity and creativity. I expect a banger fragrance that's gonna smell good and get the job done. And Voce Viva really does that. But what I like about this scent is that it doesn't smell generic, it just smells really beautiful and very fresh. And a lot of people consider like fresh, sparkly, kind of very feminine floral fragrances to smell, again, kind of crowd-pleasing and safe. But what Voce Viva does that I find to be really special is how it really celebrates the orange blossom. A lot of times when you look into designer fragrances that are focusing around florals and white florals, you see it really heavy on jasmine, tuberose, you might even get a little ylang-ylang in there. But orange blossom is one of the notes that is utilized in a lot of fragrances, but it's not really center stage. And I wouldn't say that in Voce Viva it is center stage, but it definitely plays a huge part in making this a beautiful, warm, white floral fragrance. And I love that. The warmth really plays as a beautiful, attractive, sexy skin scent that has a sparkle and magic to it. And I think that being paired with bergamot in the opening as well as mandarin is a beautiful just kind of addition to really set this beautiful stage for these gorgeous florals. The heart and the base are really coming together to help the orange blossom and the gardenia kind of really shine in a very light, sparkly, breezy way, but it does have a little bit of a presence to it because of the tonka bean and the vanilla. It gives it a warmth and a tiny bit of a creaminess, but it's still very light and bright. I think bergamot and mandarin are 2 perfect notes in the opening because both of these citruses are very bright and uplifting, but at the same time they're very distinct. I would say that mandarin's a very juicy, but again a very warm citrus, and bergamot can be very sparkly and bright, but can also kind of mimic a creamy citrus because again it's very predominant. In fact, it is the deciding factor on if a tea is Earl Grey or not, is if it's flavored with bergamot. And the thing is if you drink your tea with cream and sugar, like in your brain you might think to yourself, when I smell this I'm just being reminded of like that sweetness and that cream. So both of these kind of warmer citruses with these beautiful kind of warm bases come together to really create this beautiful kind of jumping board for this gorgeous orange blossom and this beautiful garden. I think that really summarizes this scent, is that it's a sparkly floral scent, unapologetically a feminine scent. And men can wear it too. I'm not saying that it's a masculine scent or a feminine scent. Obviously it's marketed towards women, but when you think about what a feminine designer fragrance would be, I would think Voce Viva. It's a celebration of all the best qualities that I've smelled in a variety of different houses when they come out with it's like really beautiful but almost very safe, generic new releases in regards to fragrances. You see it in some Lancome fragrances, even some Chloe fragrances. I see it a lot in Marc Jacobs, also sometimes in Armani, Dior, things like that. Just houses where they don't take a lot of risks, but they still want to create something beautiful that's going to attract buyers. What's nice about Voce Viva is that it does have that safety to it, which makes it a very easy scent to buy and wear. It's one of those fragrances that you can add to your collection and wear every day and not worry about smelling offensive, not worrying about drawing attention in a negative way, like, girl, what are you wearing? I can't be in the elevator for you, I have to wait for the other elevator. It's a very easy, pleasing scent to wear, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I think that everything about this scent is done correctly in regards to, it is what I would call a generic feminine designer fragrance, but it's done correctly. It doesn't smell like every other generic feminine fragrance. It has more warmth to it, and on the skin, that's where it really is going to shine, and that warmth translates to something really sexy and empowering and just really effortless. It's a really beautiful scent. I don't think Voce Viva is going to be for everybody. If you have, say, fragrances from Dior, or if you have a few fragrances from Dolce & Gabbana, or maybe a few scents from, say, Chloe, I think that it might be a little repetitive in that collection. But if you're the type of person where you're looking for a more, I'd say, kind of orange blossom, white floral fragrance that isn't too creamy, isn't too tropical, but is like more warm and just really sexy on the skin, I think Voce Viva is gorgeous. So, originality, it's not very original, I'll be honest with you, but what it lacks in originality, I think it comes together in a beautiful, more wearable, more blended, more crafted experience. So if you're the type of person that really enjoys feminine, sparkly floral fragrances, it's a beautiful one to at least try and add to your collection if you're looking for more orange blossom in your life. I would say that it isn't an orange blossom dominant scent, but the orange blossom to me is the right choice, again with that bergamot and the mandarin, to really create something special. And even though this is very much a sparkly, more springtime, maybe summertime in the evening scent, if you live in an environment that's a little bit cooler, but it's not frigid cold, I think this would work really well in the fall as well. If you don't want to quite get rid of your sparkly scents and move on to your more like autumn time gourmands. Voce Viva is a beautiful scent, and I think it does a terrific job at being one of the better releases from the new designer ranges. I'd say over the last few months, I really like the fact that it is wearable and beautiful, but I love that it's just got that warm citrus to it that really pairs beautifully with the tonka and the vanilla, and especially the gorgeous heart. So I am a fan of that. To just briefly talk about performance, I don't get that good of performance from it, but it's not horrible either. I have been in a lot of I've been in the doctor's office a lot. I've been in and out of the house. It's actually been really hot this week. It's been like in the 80s, like 90s where I live for this week. So the week I've been wearing it, the weather has been pretty random and I've been in very extreme hot to cold. So normally my performance on fragrances, it can kind of go its own way. It can decide to last forever or not last forever. I would say that the performance of this fragrance is about 4 to 5 hours on good days, and on bad days it's about 3 to 4 on my skin. So it doesn't have amazing longevity in regards to what I expect from designer fragrances. I do expect designer fragrances to last on the skin at least 6 hours, but it hasn't been horrible, and I have been wearing it in a variety of different environments, so I'm not able to give you the best example of longevity, but in the worst case it's been 3 hours, in the best case it's been 5, so I'd say like 3 to 5 hours for longevity. Performance of this is really nice. It has moderate production and it does leave a little lingering trail, so if you're the type of person that likes to have a little bit of a presence with your scents, this is really, really nice. At the end of the day, Voce Viva is a fragrance that I think is definitely worth at least trying on your skin. Definitely try it on your skin. It is a really beautiful experience, and if you do love designer fragrances and you love that sparkly femininity that a lot of designer houses really celebrate in their mainstream lines, I think this is going to be a winner. I don't think it has the magic and the uniqueness of Donna and that line and that range, and that's something that I was kind of hoping for and I was a little let down by, but at the same time it's a really solid, beautiful scent, and I enjoyed wearing it, and I definitely will wear it more. So that is my thoughts on Voce Viva from Valentino. I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you guys have tried this fragrance, I'd love to know what you guys think, good or bad. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love seeing this channel grow. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.